Yeah, I know. You've probably been wondering, Connor, where's part 2 and 3 and 4 of that series of how to be a better putter? I'm trying to make more putts. Well, here you guys go. Sorry for the wait. Welcome back, you guys. Today we're going to continue talking about how to be a better putter by talking about how to grip the disc. Now, a lot of you guys might be wondering, what is the best grip to putt well? And that's going to depend on your hand size and what feels comfortable to you. So for me, I'm going to have a slightly larger than average hand size. I don't have huge hands, but they're definitely bigger than most people. I'd say I am pretty big. So for me, what's always felt comfortable has been more of the fanning putt grip. I know some people will go with a little more of a closed off grip, get some fingers on, whether it's just the pinky tucked or whatever it might be. There's a couple different ways you'll see players grip the putter, but I kind of modeled my putt after Paul Macbeth, Ricky Wysocki. You see Gannon kind of also go with a fanning grip, even though he kind of curls that index finger a little more. But I think for players with bigger hands, it seems to be the more comfortable way to go. Now you can generate maybe a little bit more spin if you are willing to tuck some fingers, but then in my mind, I think the misses are a little bit more intense as well. But yeah, let's talk about a little bit more about the grip and why I like to choose that fan grip. Before we go any further, we gotta let you guys know that, you know, these Chump Chalk bags are definitely gonna give the best grip in the game. 4 different kinds of climbing chalk, all blended together. It doesn't have any resin or rosin, I should say. That's gonna give you over grip after the dryness wears off. So I really love those. And then the Yellow Rose, D2 plastic, firm enough to not be kind of gummy in your hand, but still has that supreme grip when it hits the chains. And the Yellow Rose has a dependably straight flight while still having a little bit of bite at the end. Perfect flight for my style of putter. But anyways, just so you guys get a feel for my hand size, my hand's, I guess, a little bit bigger than the disc, just by a little bit, not my short index finger. But there are some people who I know can like pick up the disc from the top. I can't quite do that. So depending on your hand size, like I said, it's gonna affect which grip might feel the most comfortable for you. But for me, like I said, this is kind of what my grip's gonna look like. I put that index finger for the Yellow Rose, which is beadless. I'm gonna put it pretty much right on the bottom of that rim. Is gonna be right in the middle of my index pad there. So that's gonna be sitting here. And then there's gonna be a slight bit of bend to these fingers here. And what that allows is for me to really pop those fingers open when I'm coming through on the putt. And that's where you get that finger pop that you hear a lot of players talk about. So looking for a little bit of bend on those fingers, allowing me when I come through to pop. And even just sitting here with your wrist kind of closed and not doing too much with it other than opening it and popping your fingers, you can get the disc to fly 6, maybe 8, 10 feet. So let me show you. I can just stand behind the camera with the disc here. I don't have anywhere to reach back because it hits the camera when I reach back. So I'm just gonna kind of bring it back, open the wrist up, and show you guys that from about 8 feet, you know, it's pretty much gonna get you there. So that finger pop is a really crucial part of a consistent putt and getting the power on it. Oh my God, short, you guys, short. All right, finger pop. A little bit of hyzer on that finger pop. It was a little too powerful. That's on me. That's on me, yo. Okay, well, I did miss short, but you guys can see just kind of finger popping it alone and not even using the arm swing, you can get a good amount of rotation on the disc. And then you're gonna add that to the arm swing and the usage of the legs, kind of time all those levers together to give you that good speed coming out of the hand. Now I know to be the best putter that you can be, you wanna try to putt every putt to be a make, because that's gonna give you more opportunities to grab long range makes and just to make every putt that you look at. And I think it's assuming that you don't just go overboard with it and get super aggressive. I think, you know what, I don't even know if overboard is a good word, because when you're trying to be the best you can, you got to give yourself as many opportunities as you can be. And it's just a matter of preparing and picking a stroke that's going to give you success out on the course. But in my mind, even knowing that I'm trying to make every single putt, I still think that this fanning grip is a little bit superior to the grip where your pinky is tucked. You'll see some players kind of go with the tucked pinky, or I don't know, some people might even power grip the putter, which I think is definitely not a good idea, because then you're really having to hit the most perfect release ever every single time versus using the arm as a lever to kind of guide that finger pop at the end. But I think the pinky, to me, I don't know, I can't even physically really put my pinky locked on there without it feeling like it's just like I have to like hold it in place for it to even want to be there. It just doesn't feel natural for me to have the pinky locked in, and I feel like that has a chance, depending on what your hand shape is, to kind of just like lock onto the disc and cause maybe some misses off to the right, or just some kind of undercommitted misses because you're worried about not getting the pop on that finger. So I don't know, if you try that pinky tucked putt, I feel like it could be good for situational putts. You're in the woods, just trying to hit a little gap, give it a ton of spin, and you don't have a lot of room to really swing your whole body. Maybe you're kind of pinched in there and you just need to give it like a quick little spinner. I could see that that's where that finger tuck, I think, can have an advantage over the more soft grip on the putt. But I feel like that softer grip gives you a chance to make it, giving you that energy to get to the basket, but then it doesn't have a ton of extra spin, leaving you maybe those 20 to 25 foot comebackers. Whereas that tucked pinky, I just feel like when you're not on with it and you're missing the basket, I feel like you're gonna find those 30 footers, maybe 33, 35 footers, and that little bit of difference throughout the course of a round is gonna save you a lot of stress. So definitely a big advocate of that kind of fan style putting grip. We're really looking to get that finger pop and that little bit of wrist action. You want the wrist loaded a little bit, but you don't need to go super crazy with the wrist to be a good putter. You just need to use it on the way down, get that good finger pop, and that's pretty much it on why I feel like the fan grip is the grip for me. Like I said, I think there are advantages to tucking your fingers in, and if that's what works for you, your hand isn't really comfortable on the fan grip, I'd say maybe try a shallower putter or a deeper putter depending on your hand size to match that and test some different things out. But then once you've settled on a size that you like and feels comfortable in your hand, at the end of the day, you know, do what gives you the most enjoyment on the course. But I think that fan grip, there's a reason some of the best putters in the world are using it. I think it gives you that consistency as long as you're getting that finger pop and getting the timing right. All right, you guys, that's a little bit about how to grip the disc and how to be a better putter. I know I'm a rambler, but if you're here on the channel, you know that's just kind of what I do, and I like to give you guys a lot of information because I know we all want to grow in this game and be the best player we can be. And I think without sharing information, then it's hard to be our best selves because it's hard to challenge each other. It's hard to have those leg ups, have those different perspectives. So you're welcome, and also thank you for being here watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll drop part 3 and 4 here soon. Getting ready for the USDGC. Let's go, we all.
Yay!